Hi everybody, my name is Quintessa and it's for Dr. Watkins' speech class. What is the first thing you think about when you hear the word chocolate? Maybe chocolate chip cookies, chocolate cake, or chocolate ice cream. When I hear the word chocolate, the first thing that pops into my mind is the Whitman sampler box. It's my all-time favorite box of chocolate. I could eat them for lunch, breakfast, and dinner and never get enough. Stephen Whitman began his company in 1842. He was 19 years old, lived in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and he started it with a waterfront store. Not long after, the word spread of how good his chocolates were, and he began selling them in Washington, D.C., Maryland, and Virginia, and further down the coast. And a few years later, he began selling them to the major drugstores and grocery retail chains all across the country. It didn't take long for word to spread that his were the best chocolate around. And then, 70 years later, in 1912, they came out with a promotional item called the sample box. It was sold for $1 in the drugstores, and it was supposed to be used as a way to spread the word more about the different types of chocolates that they had. Little did they know that it was going to become their #1 selling item. 3 years later, the sample box became the #1 selling box of chocolates in the country. And now, 101 years later, in 2013, it is still the #1 selling box of chocolate in the country. And that itself speaks a great deal of how great these chocolates are. It's been 101 years, and it hasn't moved from that #1 spot. They got the name The Sampler from the women's cross-stitch patterns that used to hang on their walls. They used to decorate them as well as they could as a sign of their skills. And they took the cross-stitch pattern and the name Sampler and put it on the box. That was the original box from the 1912. And now the box has not changed very much. It's still the yellow cross-stitch pattern, it's still the green logo writing, and it's still the little pink flowers on it, and this is what it looks like now. And yes, that is a really big box of chocolate. It's 2 pounds. I got it for Christmas. It just shows you how much I love this chocolate. Inside the box, it's obviously a sampler, so it has a little bit of everything in it. It has chocolate-covered cherries. It has the messenger board, the solid chocolate centerpiece, which is one of the signature items of their box. They have caramel, coconut, toffee, chocolate-covered peanuts and almonds, cashews, walnuts for all you nut lovers out there. It has fudge, milk chocolate, dark chocolate, and molasses, which is a really good one too. Doesn't sound that great, but it's good. And I know there's a lot of people out there who may not like all these different types of chocolates in their box. And this is an interesting fact about Whitman's. They are the sample box was the first box of chocolates to have an index in it. If you open the front of the package, on the top lid, there's a little diagram that shows you where all the chocolates are and what they have in them. And as the very first of its kind, Whitman's claims to have got rid of all the chocolate pinchers, people who would bite the chocolate off or break it open to see what's on the inside, and they wouldn't eat it and they just put it back in the box. And with Index, they got rid of all that. Buying a box of Whitman's can be for any occasion. They're great for birthday presents, holidays like Valentine's and Christmas. They have the special wrappings on them, so it makes them extra special. They're great for parties, maybe just a little decoration or on your table for when people come by, just grab a piece of chocolate. It's great. It's good for anything. My all-time favorite thing to get as a present is Whitman's. I love their chocolates so much. They're just the best, and I hope you enjoy a box next time you go to the store.